Hello, sports fans, and welcome back to an episode of Moose Franchise. So we have completed Season 3, or at least the regular season of Season 3, and we have made it to the playoffs. Now, before we get into the playoffs, the way I left it at the end of last video is we were going to check sign and release, and I was going to think about if we wanted to potentially add any of these players who are really good currently as free agents. And it's definitely intriguing. Like, you've got someone like K. Frequent just so good that you might want to bring in for a run, but I think we're going to leave the team how it is. Because you look at our team, we are pretty good. Now, obviously, there's positions we can upgrade. We can get better at catcher. We can get better at right field. We can upgrade the rotation a little bit, considering Kyra Lee and Ross Strikes both have not been amazing. I mean, Lee has a 6.88 ERA. Strikes has a 5.4 ERA. So definitely not great. So we could potentially decide to do that, but after thinking it all over, we are not going to do that at all. Because we're the best team in the regular season, 22-10. Best team for a reason. I trust our team to go on a run in the playoffs and hopefully win us a league championship. So we are going to start the playoffs here in Season 3. We have made it to the playoffs. We are the 1 seed. And here is a look at the official playoff bracket. We are playing the 4-seeded Thrillers. And our first game is against Elmo Slayer. They made some transactions. They made some transactions recently. One of those was bringing in Elmo Slayer. And that's going to be a tough first matchup. But we're going to start off by simming the CPU games. And we got the B-Wolves beating the Grapplers in Game 1, 11-3. Hot Corners beat the Buzzards. And the Empire beats Sawteeth 7-2. So every game, or every series, has had at least one game played. And our game against the Thrillers should be really good. A great pitching matchup, 2 elite pitchers, Elmo Slayer, Jared Payne. 2 of the best in the league. Should be fun. And as far as our lineup goes, I think this is what the lineup's going to look like. Kingsley Jones had a really good playoff run in year 1 when we made it to the playoffs. Can't view his playoff stats from this screen. But he was great in the playoffs. Hopefully he can replicate that. And this is what the lineup's going to look like. And hopefully we can come out of Game 1 leading the series 1-0. So we're at home here. Obviously, the 1 seed getting home field advantage. First pitch from Payne, a strike on the outside corner, 101 miles an hour. That one missed a little bit low and outside. One fouled off. Not his best pitch. The curveball, not even close. That one popped up. Casey gonna get over there, and he will make the play for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down to start the day for Jared Payne. And that one punched foul. Oh no. Thankfully that's fouled off as well, but fastball right down the middle, not what I had in mind. Gonna check the swing on the changeup. Try slider away. Just gonna get a piece. Another foul ball. Really making him work this at bat. Finally, the strikeout. Swing and a miss. And Payne with his first strikeout of the game. Hopefully first of many. That one missed low. Again, 101 from Payne. Second time we've seen the crossed up trait activate. And thankfully that's just hit back to Payne. But that guy, the power against righties trait, that could have been a whole lot worse. With a fastball right down the middle. But here is Kingsley Jones to lead off against Elmo Slayer. Wow, was I wait on that. I tried to wait for it, and I ended up waiting too long. That one's outside. 1-1 here to Jones. And Jones pops one up very shallow center field. And their shortstop, Snag Roper, going to get out there to make the play. So here's Jada Christian. Takes outside. What am I swinging at? That one's low. 2-1 here. And really hit that one hard. On the ground to second. Willie Randolph makes the play. Here's Rock Casey. Casey is swinging a miss. Nasty curveball. Oh, man. Just missed it. Got one right down the middle. Casey lifts it to center field. And both teams go down in order 1, 2, 3 in the first inning. Man, that was a good pitch to hit. Got a fastball up in zone. Just missed it. How many times are we going to see the crossed up tray activate today? Hopefully not too many, but that's already 3 times. And it's only got a 3% chance of activating. That one grounded softly to Casey. And there's the first out here of the top of the second. Brings up Thurman Colt, their DH. He's outside. That one on the ground to Nacho Crisp. And very quickly, 2 gone here in the second. And that one back to Casey. And a very simple second inning for Jared Payne. Now hopefully we can do something at the plate. Dingers takes a strike at the knees. And now Dingers into center field. That's going to hang up just long enough for the center fielder to make the play. Swanner takes low. And Swanner, fly ball center field fairly deep, but still going to be a fly out. And that'll bring up Nacho Crisp. Wow, that just clipped the zone. That one's outside. 1-1. That one curves in there. 1 and 2 here to Nacho Crisp. And that one down the line. That's going to stay fair. And get all the way to the corner. Nacho Crisp on his way to second. He's got our first hit of the game. And he's got a 2-out double here in the second. So we finally get somebody on base. Here is Perry Quaker. Backdoor curveball misses the zone. Oh, man. How did I miss that? That was such a good one to hit. It's now 2-1. And Quaker, is that going to get down? It's not. Gets run down by Kirk Gibson. And we are not able to capitalize off our first hit of the game. Checks the swing there. 2-0 count. And there is their first hit. That one gets hit all the way to the wall out there in center field. Christian going to get it in, but they've got a double. So a leadoff double to start the third inning is not ideal. Uh-oh, that one's hit pretty well. Is that going to stay in play? It's not. So back-to-back hits, their first 2 of the game. 433 feet, and the throwers up 2-0. Not great. That one drops in for a strike. And there is a grounder to Jones for the first out. Top the order up again for the throwers. There's a strike. Way out in front. And that one fouled off. Go back outside. Oh, called strike 3. A strikeout for Payne, his second of the game. Alright, there's the crossed up tray activating for a 4th time. Now 1-1 after that foul ball. Way behind the fastball. Go outside with the slider. Tapped up the middle, Casey's there. And there is out number 3. So we find ourselves trailing after they get their first 2 hits. Brings up Garius Mason. 8-9-1 in our order. And Mason fouls it off. I don't know why I'm swinging at that pitch. That one's inside. 1-1. 1-2. Mason, softly hit to third. And that's out number 1. Mojo back up for Elmo Slayer. Nixon grounds one soft with his second. And a very quick second out. So here's Kingsley Jones. And at least we got a hit that time. Not very hard contact, but Jones gets kind of lucky there. That finds some grass. And again, we've got a 2-out base runner. Christian down the line, foul. Out in front of the changeup. And that one's right back to Elmo Slayer. Also, that was a nasty forkball. So the offense not doing a whole ton. Which is definitely not what you'd hope for. Although, I mean, you are facing one of the best pitchers in the game, so understandable. Although, I do wish we were able to do a little bit more. But the good news, we're still in this game. It's only a 2-run game. Could be a lot worse. And that's definitely not the result I'd hoped for on that pitch. That one hit foul. There's a strike on the outside corner. Oh my gosh. How many times are we going to fail to catch a pitch? I know I'm holding down power pitch a little bit too long for some of these pitches, but I mean, the catcher's job is to catch the ball. And so far, Pedro Nixon not doing a great job of that. Although he will catch that one for the second out. Try slider outside for the first pitch. And that probably going to score a run. Mason's throw home. Not nearly in time. And it's 3-0. So again, that's not great. Now Wild runs in back-to-back innings. Having trouble throwing strikes. And when we actually throw one, it gets hit hard up the middle. How can you not get there? Christian's got insane speed, yet somehow couldn't get to that ball. I have no idea how that's possible. So it is now 4-0. Really don't think we could have gotten off to a worse start. So now down by 4 through 3.5 innings. And, okay, that's a start. I was going to say, hopefully our offense can wake up. I'll definitely take a leadoff single. Knocks Mojo down as well. Here's Rip Dingers. Dingers takes a strike. Way behind that. Then get a nasty pitch. Dingers, oh man. Another one grabbed by Elmo Slayer. Double play, Mojo back up. Great. Swanner rips it foul. And now pops one up. Man, our offense cannot get anything going. We've had 3 base runners. Impressive. That one's going to get down. It's going to be a leadoff double on the first pitch of the 5th. And man, Jared Payne definitely has not had his best game. He's tense. He's allowed. Oh my gosh, that's down the line. It is now 5-0. Yeah, I really don't think this game could go any worse. That one's over the glove, not so crisp. That might score another run. Yup, it will. It's now 6-0. Yeah, we're going to get Jared Payne out of here. I'm going to bring in Farmhand. I know he's not great, but Payne just cannot get outs. He did not have it today. So hopefully Farmhand can at least prevent them from scoring, which is usually what Payne can do, although not today. And there might be another one. They're going to send him home. Christian's throw. Not in time. It is now 7-0. That one misses inside. I mean, usually 7 runs, obviously you don't want to give up 7 runs, but usually that's not a problem. Really? We can't catch the ball? Man, this is not a good game. Finally, we're going to get an out in the 5th. I'll actually get 2 of them. That took forever. But as I was going to say, usually when a team scores 7 or 8 runs, which obviously isn't ideal, but we're always able to compete with them. But we have not done anything offensively today. Which is, I don't know which is more concerning. The fact that Jared Payne was not good, or the fact that we can't hit. Swanner's going to get there, put it away for the 3rd out. By a 4-run 5th inning, they've scored in 3 straight. And hopefully our offense wakes up soon. I also don't know how you hit this guy. And we've done that way too many times. So here's Quaker. That's outside. He rips one foul. 1-1. And there's another one hit to 3rd. We're also not hitting the ball hard, which doesn't help. Again, we just get a piece. Again, not good contact, but that's also way out of the zone. That's decent contact, but a fly out. This is not good. Casey, oh wow, he's going to get there. What a play for Casey. Able to get an out right there on the first pitch of the 6th. And Farmhand, hopefully to make the play, and he will. So 2 quick outs to start the 6th inning. Wish we could have gotten some outs last inning. It's fouled off. Slider inside. Just missed. And that one hit on the ground. That should end the inning. And it will. So we finally get a scoreless inning. The first one since the 2nd inning. But once again, hopefully our offense can do something. I don't know why I swung at that. Thankfully it goes foul. Alright, there's a hit. Nixon shoots run right back up the middle. We've got a single to open up the 6th. There's a strike. Okay, what am I doing? I was also just thinking to myself, I want to take more pitches to get this pitch count up. And I go swing at that. Fouled off there. 1-1. Okay, what am I doing? I don't know why I'm swinging at that. And that one's going to end the 6th. Man, this is not good. That one misses low. And that one punched foul. Another foul ball there. And that one hits softly back to Farmhand. So we have gotten some outs recently. Don't want to jinx us, but that's the good news. Bad news, we're still down by 8. But depending on how things go, the plan might be to have Farmhand just throw the rest of the game so we don't have to use our bullpen in a game where it's probably already over. Especially with Elmo Swear's pitch count being at about 50. So they'll probably keep him in for the whole game. We just can't get a hit off him. Another problem this creates, losing game 1, is that increased the chances of the series going 5 games, which is not going to be a good thing if we have to face Elmo Swear in Game 5. Although, who knows, maybe we can win it in 4, because right now 3 not looking so likely. Another hit there for the throwers. 2 on, 2 out. Hopefully we can get out of this without allowing a run. There's a strike. Christian, can she get there? She can. Let's go. So let's see what our offense can do this inning. Based on what we've seen so far, expectations not very high. And the one time we actually make decent contact, we hit it right at somebody. So here's dingers. Alright. Finally we're on the board. Dingers, homers. And it's now 8-1, so at least that's a step in the right direction. But gonna need a lot more of those. Dingers goes 402 feet to left field. And that's at least something positive. It's a nasty front door slider. Behind the fastball. Quickly 0-2. Swanner gets a piece to stay alive. Same thing there. I mean, the late break on that forkball is disgusting. Thankfully, we were able to check the swing there. On a slider way outside. There's the slider again. 2-2. And that one, that's going to get down into center field. So we got back-to-back hits for probably the first time today. Brings up Nacho Crisp, 1 for 2 with a double. Oh, man. Swing and a miss there. One's outside. 1-1. Swing and a miss there. 1-2. And Nacho Crisp will pop up to right field. And there's out number 2. Brings up Prairie Quaker. And that one's too high. Okay, should not be swinging at that, but it's going to work because that gets grounded into center field. So it's going to bring up Garius Mason. And Mason going to fight that into right field, and that is going to get down for a hit. Okay. The base is loaded. 2 outs for Pedro Nixon. Nixon, let's go. That's getting to the wall. We're somewhat back in this game. That's going to be a bases clearing double. As Nixon's safe at second, it's 8-4, and we've cut the lead in half. It also brings up the top of the order for Kingsley Jones. And Jones can end the inning. But that is still very encouraging. We're able to string some hits together, score 4 runs, cut the lead in half. So maybe it's not over yet. We also got the pitch count up to 70 for Elmo Slayer, which still is pretty low considering he's thrown 7 innings and allowed 4 runs, but it's better than what it was, and we've got a chance in this game. Still might not be a great chance, down 4, but got a much better chance now than we did a few minutes ago. And also a very quick inning there for Farmhand. So 2, 3, 4 in the order, and Christian is juiced. Let's go. The stimulated trade is activated, 10% chance for becoming juiced for the final 2.5 innings. That is activated. Let's go. That one's inside from Slayer. Christian down the line, foul. That one's too high. That one's also too high. 3-1. And Christian, whiffed in the air left field. It's going to hook foul. And thankfully get out of play. Wow. Really hit that one so hard. That was going to be a strike, so did have to swing. Just did not make good contact with it. That one's a strike on the corner. That one misses the inside corner. That one just missed high. 2-1. Okay, what am I doing? That pitch was even higher than the previous one. Yet I swung at that one. And there's now 2 outs. So Dinger's homer before. Maybe he can do it again. Not on that pitch, at least. Fouled back to the screen. 1-2. Oh, man. Dingers gets under it a ton. And it's going to be a fly out to left field, actually in foul territory. But could have definitely done some damage with that. But just got under it so much. That one fouled off. Quickly heading the count 0-2. And another one hit to Rock Case. He's been very busy today. And there's out number 1. There's a strike. But the plan is still to keep in farmhand. Another one to Casey. Man, this guy gets everything. And the mojo's up for Casey, as well as farmhand. But the plan remains to keep in farmhand. I mean, I know it's just 1 out now, and we'll get that right here. But somehow farmhand was better than Jared Payne. Which is a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. But we got 3 outs to come up with 4 runs. Let's see if we can do it. And we're going to get Elmo Slayer out of the game. Now, this guy is not much worse, but at least it's not Elmo Slayer. And you've also got Jesse Barfield into the game at right field. And he is quite good, especially with him being juiced. So Swanner at the plate takes a strike. Oh, man. Actually make good contact, and we hit it right at them. Backdoor slider's in there for a strike. That time it misses. That time clips the zone. 1-2. And again, we're going to hit the ball, this time softly, to snag. We're over for the second out. So, Purry Quaker, the good news, pressure is extreme, despite it being a 4-run game. So he'll have +10 to all skills at the moment. Let's see if that can help him at all. So he'll extend the game. He grounds into center field for a single. And it brings up Darius Mason. Mason takes a strike. And a swing to miss there. Not an ideal swing. Down the line. Foul just stays alive. Still 0-2. I don't know how I hit that or why I'm swinging at it. And that ends the game. So not a very good performance for us in Game 1. We lose at 8-4. Get out-hit 13-10. And, I mean, we did improve in the final few innings. The final 3 for sure at the plate, but the problem is we just got off to such a terrible start. We had ourselves in an 8-run hole, and it was not very good. But Jared Payne, one of his worst starts of the year in one of our biggest games of the year. Probably our biggest game to this point. He goes 4 innings, 7 runs, 8 hits, just struck out 2. Farmhand ended up pitching really well. 5 innings, 1 run. He was great. And unfortunately on the other side, Elmo's Flair was also great. 8 innings, 4 runs. I don't know how Elmo's Flair is not the first star of this game, but it just was not very good. And we dropped the opener of the series, and we're down 1-0. So again, we got CPU games to sim. The Grapplers get the win, even up the series. Hot Corners go up 2-0. Salt Teeth get the win in 13 innings to even the series. And that brings us to our game 2 against the Throwers. Now, I'm not going to be playing every game here in the playoffs. Obviously, I would like to, but it's just going to take so long to do that. And I'm not going to. So we're going to sim this second game. Hopefully we can win it, because boy do we need to. But we're going to sim it. Now, as far as the lineup goes, we're just going to keep the same lineup as last game. Something I have been wondering, though, is should we start Swirly Cutstiff? Now, if we look at the stats from the regular season, Kyroi, through 35 innings, a whip of 173, ERA of 6.88. Cutstiff was amazing. Pretty much the same amount of innings, got 2 fewer outs, had a 2.34 ERA, which was actually best among starters, and a 1.18 whip. Now, she is a starter reliever, so I don't know if we do want to do that. Maybe we go with Kyroi here, and then Cutstiff will throw game 3. Cutstiff is definitely going to pitch ahead of Raw Strikes, but the question becomes, does she pitch ahead of Kyroi? I don't think so. I'm going to let Lee start this game, but Cutstiff will definitely throw game 3. So we're going to sim this game. Game 2, Kyroi on the mound. Need a big performance from him, and need to score some runs. Hopefully we can do it. And we're going to sim game 2. Okay, not a great start. And we lose at 7-2. So yeah, it does not look like starting Kyroi was the right decision. Gave up runs in the first inning, as he's done several times. The Grapplers take a 2-1 lead. Sawtooth take a 2-1 lead. And the Hot Corners sweep the Buzzards. So now, game 3. This is going to be next video. We're going to play this game and hopefully keep our season alive. But not very good so far. And we are down 0-2 in our first round series, despite being the best team in the regular season. We were playing the Throwers, went 18-14. I think we beat them in the regular season as well. Let's see. Throwers. Yep, we beat them 4-1 here in game 17. And we beat them 5-4 in the 7th game. So this is a team we can beat. Although haven't done it yet in the playoffs. But hopefully we can do it. And hopefully we can keep our season alive. But that is where I'm going to cut this video. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, turn notifications. I do my best to post as often as possible. Be sure to check out my main channel, Super Sports Central. Link in the description of the video. But that's all for this video. I do my best to post as often as possible. And I'll see you in the next video.